This is my very first 4,000 piece puzzle, and I've been working on it for a few weeks now. So let's take a look at my progress and see how much I've gotten accomplished to date. Hi, I'm Sandra from the Puzzling Canadian, and welcome to my channel. I've been working on this 4,000 piece puzzle for the last few weeks. If you've seen my previous video, I'm doing this for the Summer Puzzle Olympics. They have a large piece count round, and it will be the highest amount that I have ever done. Before, I've done 3,000 piece puzzles, and this is my very first 4,000 piece puzzle. So I've been at it for a few weeks now, and I thought I'd give you a progress update so you can take a look at how it's going. I'm really enjoying this image. I don't know if it's the actual pictures of New York in there or the fact that it's in a nice little grid that is making it very enjoyable. I like the quality of Trefl. It's very good. If you saw my first video, I am really glad that I sorted the pieces. It has made a difference, and I find I have been able to locate pieces much quicker because I did the sorting. So I'm really glad I did that, even though it took a long time to do the sorting. Number two, in the first video, I showed you how I have a foam board, and then I put felt over it. And I'm glad I did that too, because many times when I was leaning over and trying to put the pieces in, I would nudge pieces and they'd move just a little bit because there's felt. But had I not put the felt, I'm pretty sure those pieces would have been sliding a lot further and making it difficult. So those are the two things that I did to prep, and I'm really glad that I did it. So now I'm going to show you a clip of the sections of the puzzle that I started with first, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the big reveal of how much I have got accomplished and how many hours in I'm with this puzzle. So let's take a look at that clip. So this is where I'm at after 22 hours of work on this puzzle. So I have to do it from a little bit of an angle here because it's at my dining room table. But as you can tell in that clips, the very first thing that I found that would be pretty easy to do was this section right here. And that's the first one I did. And then I went down to this building here. I saw I had a lot of pieces sorted, so it was easy to find those pieces. And then I moved on to this section right here. I also then, there were a lot of green pieces, so those ones stood out. So I did the Statue of Liberty, but I left these pieces because the shades, there's lots of blue, and then I need good lighting to get the right shading of blue, so I've left that. I'll go back to that when there's some nice lighting coming through my dining room window. And I worked on this section, but I was getting stuck with some of the yellows here. So you could see that. And here is how much I got. I was working on this building. And then this weekend, I started working on this section of the puzzle, which this part was pretty easy. And then here, it was getting a little bit challenging for me. And so this is what I have left. I worked on the sky and started some buildings, but this section here, let me just get the puzzle, I think is going to give me the hardest. It's going to be the hardest for me because as you can see, there's so many buildings, and that's why I think that's going to be the last section that I'm going to be working on. And that sky with the whites, the shades, I'm not sure if that's going to be too tricky, but I am a little bit worried about all this detail. I think it's going to take me a little bit longer to do that and to finish off these buildings here as I started, but I'm going to have to finish that off. So that is where I'm at 22 hours. My biggest challenge when doing a large piece puzzle is usually the first half. So I would say the first 10 to 15 hours, I feel like I'm going really slow because I'm going through all the different pieces, trying to find where they belong, and I feel like I should be going faster. But it usually, that's what usually happens when I'm doing a large piece puzzle. But by the time I get towards the halfway mark, maybe 15 to 20 hours, then I'm starting to see where pieces go because my brain has sort of absorbed the image of the pieces, and I see something like, oh yeah, I remember it's in this section. So the first half is what's challenging. Sometimes with a puzzle this big, when I'm doing this bottom half here, I could sit and do it and look at the detail. And then if I go to the other end here, I move over to the other side. But this middle section, which I was working on this weekend, I had to lean over, and that leaning over the table can cause pain in my back. So I have to stop frequently just to stretch it out or to take a break, because after a while, leaning over the puzzle to take a look at the detail does hurt my lower back. So those are some of the challenges I have, but I am enjoying this puzzle. I'm really glad I selected this. So now, if you want to go to the community tab that's in my YouTube channel, I have set up a poll. And if you want to predict how many hours this will take me to complete, right now it's 22 hours. So I have set up different options in 10-hour ranges. So like 25 hours to 34 hours and so forth. You can predict and see how long it will take me to finish. I have no idea. It depends on what sections slow me down, which this might slow me down, but we will see. So thank you for stopping by and viewing this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't had a chance, subscribe to my channel and you can see what this is going to look like when it's all done. And until next time, happy puzzling.